I have this correct, if I remember this, and I remember this from your 40 under 40 video they played for you. Congratulations again. That's an amazing award. That you won the Student Athlete of the Year at Michigan over Tom Brady, who was an Orange Bowl champion, 10-2, top 5 football team, right? Do you see him? Because, you sponsor the Super Bowl. He's in it every year.
It seems like it, yeah. No, it is true. Listen, it's true. I did win Michigan's Male Athlete of the Year, and at the time he was, he was on campus, right? He was the quarterback of the football team, and he did not win the award. So in a way, yeah, I beat him out for it. Maybe that was the original chip on his shoulder. Who knows? But
Yeah, you
but
get a
listen,
little credit here.
never feel too bad for Tom Brady. I think he's done pretty well since then. But yeah, it's funny. It is true. I guess I peaked much earlier than he did in my athletic career. He's clearly gone on to have 20 plus more years of success in the NFL. And that was
Mm-hmm.
like the high point for me with maybe one ACL. But I haven't run into him. And listen, we weren't not like we were super close friends on campus. And you have to remember when we were on campus, yes, he was the quarterback of the team, but he actually split time with a guy named Drew Henson, who is like this freshman phenom, if you follow college football. So Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady in college, right? He was kind of just starting to find himself, and I think he credits his Michigan time with a lot of things, teaching him leadership, and I've heard him speak. But he wasn't like the best thing. Obviously, as we know, he was drafted 199th coming out of college. So it was at the time nobody was like, oh yeah, that guy, you beat him. It wasn't like a thing. Only as time has progressed, it's become more of maybe more of a claim to fame for me in a way. It's funny. I've never run into him nor talked to him about it. Although I did run into Giselle at Super Bowl 50, one of the few Super Bowls that he was actually not playing in San Francisco in Super Bowl 50. We were there for Pepsi halftime show stuff, and I ended up in an elevator with her. They were both there, but she was in the elevator that I walked into going up to the suite level in the stadium. And it crossed my mind for like a half a second. I'm like, do I say something? And I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And she walked out on the next floor, but could have been there. That was my one chance.
Yeah, there's so many. Are you enjoying? How's your time with the second best athlete from his time at Michigan? Or
Couldn't quite bring myself to do it.
yeah, this was your opportunity. Yeah, all these great ideas. In hindsight, I'm sure, right? I like the way you described that you have 3 of the 4 big foods or products there on Super Bowl Sunday, right? With water, beer, soda, and salty snacks. If you don't mind me asking, it's been years since water has been the driver of profit and volume, right? And I think a lot of people listening might not know that it outsells in a lot of ways all these other things in your portfolio, but it never seems to lead anything in sponsorships. Why is that? Why don't we see a stadium or a deal led by a water?
It's a great question. Listen, we always want to go into partnerships, both at the team and league level, and to some extent the athlete level, but with full portfolio rights. We have obviously everything from soda, iced teas, coffees with our Starbucks partnership. Obviously, water. We have a whole water portfolio: Aquafina, Life Water, Bubbly. We go in with category exclusivity. And now we have energy, right, with the acquisition of Rockstar and now Rise. So we always want to do full category exclusive deals, across the beverages. We do tend to lead certain things with certain brands. I mean, I think we've just historically, for the right reasons, I think led things like the NFL with Pepsi, right? The Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show, that just seems like a much more natural fit. I mean, Pepsi, a brand that really was founded on pop culture and to some extent its DNA is rooted in music. If you think back to Michael Jackson and so forth, that was a perfect example of how we let's put a brand that has DNA based in music and pop culture. It makes perfect sense to put that in the center of the halftime show, quite literally. And also the fan experience. I mean, yes, fans certainly go to games or tailgates and are drinking a lot of water, but just from a front of house brand perspective, we have tended to lead with Pepsi.